Hello and welcome back to Unreal Engine 5 Blueprint Mastery, Door Systems and Interactive Portals. Previously, we almost finished with the visuals of our sliding up door with the multi-switch mechanic. Now, what we did was we finished with the timeline, playing from the beginning, playing or reversing with the overlap begin and end events. And when it's finished, we set it that it's solved, but when we end overlap, we set that it's not solved instantly. We are changing also the material, and we are using the set relative location. We also duplicated our multi-puzzle door and deleted some things, and we kept the door animation, the switch, we added a play sound, and we connected it to play and to reverse, instead of play from start and reverse from end. We also deleted the E input. What we need to delete is the add door widget. Actually, we don't need to delete the add door widget completely. Let me undo. Okay. We need to add it to closed, because only when the door is closed we want it to show the widget. Now, thinking about this, there must be a bug everywhere. So let's go play test it a little bit. I think there is a bug that when we are closing the door and step away, it will show the widget. So I'm closing it, yeah. Because we are adding the widget irrelevant to if we are inside the collision or not. So to fix this, we need to change a few things, but we're gonna do this later on. Now let's continue with the door. What we're gonna be fixing is add some rules over here, and in every blueprint we will just send a reference to the actor. Now, let's continue with fixing the multi-switch door, with completing it. What we need to do is go to our unlock door. First of all, let's make it an interface because we duplicated. So I'm gonna double click on unlock door, create the interface event, gonna bring it here and delete this one. Now, what we need to check is update widget text and change it to remove widget. So I'm gonna copy the code from here. I'm gonna paste it over here. So when we are unlocking the door, the widget always gets removed, even if it's on the view. And of course, call door animation, because when we are unlocking, we need to call that animation. The next thing we will need is a lock door, the same but for locking. So we're gonna go back to our BI doors and we're gonna create a new event, new function, and we're gonna call this lock door. And we're gonna go to our door and we're gonna call the interface event. And what we need from here, this actually needs to be closed, yeah. So when this is closed and it runs the door animation, it will run open. So we need the opposite of this. We don't need the sound here because we already playing a sound over here. We do not need the material change also. So there was a few things that we needed to remove, but we do need everything else. Well, actually, we don't need the remove widget also. So this needs to be turned to open, and then we are running the door animation, which when it will run, it will be open, so it will play the close sound and will reverse from wherever it is. Now, we do need to call these events. We actually didn't need this, so I'm deleting it. What do we call these events? Well, pretty simple. On the switch that we created, when we finish pressing the button, we do need a reference to that door, so we're gonna create a variable. We're gonna make it of type actor, and we can make it of type actor because we have the blueprint interface. Let's call this door and make it instance editable and expose on spawn, so we can edit it from the editor and also from when spawning it from another blueprint. I'm gonna select this and select the door and select this and this and select the door also. So now we have a reference to our door. Where is the switch? Over here. And we're gonna get this door reference and unlock door message. Send the unlock door message over here. And then we need to send the lock message over here. So we are ending overlap, we are sending that this is unsolved, we are setting unsolved, and we are sending lock door. And when we are beginning overlap, when the timeline has finished, we are sending unlock door. Now, theoretically, this should work. Let's check it out. Need to push this box first. All right, it played the sound. It shouldn't have played the sound. So, a nice situation to use the debugger. Let's see what's going on. So I'm gonna find the door, multi-door switch. I'm gonna eject. I'm gonna bring this over here. I'm gonna undock it, fix the zoom, make this a little bit smaller, make this a little bit bigger, a little bit more. Here it is. Select the multi-switch door, move it like this again, back to tutorial. Let's see what it runs. F8 to repossess. So this was, okay, first of all, it's doing rotation, which it shouldn't be. But why is it running? I'm gonna eject again. So the problem is over here. It passes that the puzzle is solved. Well, right now it should be solved because we have this on. But here it passes that it's solved, which is not true. We don't have an array puzzle, so this is why it's happening. It says it's true because there is no selected puzzle pieces. That's an interesting bug. So maybe a code there that if it's 0, it shouldn't open, would be necessary. Let's move this to the switch. All right, it didn't open. I move here, it still doesn't. This triggered the false, so it's fine. Okay, first of all, let's change the rotation thing. It shouldn't rotate. Of course, I forgot about this. We shouldn't be setting relative rotation. I'm doing it in the wrong blueprint. I'm gonna go back to the switch door. So, deleting the relative location, keeping the lerp, deleting the open angle, set relative location, connect it here, split the new location, connect it here. So, the doors original location is 5. This is a little bit complex, so we should save it on the begin play. Get relative location, promote to variable, connect it over here. So begin play saves the variable, and we're gonna bring this variable. We're gonna split, break. We're gonna connect X here, we're gonna connect Y here, because we want them to stay the same. And from Z, we want this to go to -13, let's say 260 roughly. Seems okay. We will see in word space later. 260. So now the door shouldn't at least rotate. It doesn't go up because it needs this to be solved. But I think there was a bug and it wasn't going up anyway. Okay, a new parenthesis. Let's create some code to bring this cube into this position whenever we want. We're gonna copy this location of the cube. We're gonna go to the level blueprint that we created this code over here, and we're gonna choose keyboard 1, and we're gonna right click and create a reference to this box because I have it selected, and I'm gonna set location. I need to paste this here. Actually, I'm going to promote this to a variable and compile and paste it over here. Now you see, I could paste this whole vector, because this is a vector basically. I can copy it from here and just paste it in a new variable. I couldn't paste it here, like there is no way to paste it over here. I can paste it the X, but it pastes everything in one box. So just connecting this. Let's call this box location, and let's connect this here. So basically, right now, if I move this box, I press 1, it goes back up here. Great. Now, we could create some code to paste it exactly where we want it. So let's do that for number 2. How to do this? I'm going to place it there. I'm going to eject. I'm going to select it. I'm going to copy again this location, because if I move this box now, it still changes location. It does update live. So I'm going to stop playing and go to tutorial map and press keyboard 2, and I'm gonna create a new variable, type vector. I'm gonna compile, paste the new value, call it box, trigger location, and I'm just gonna duplicate this code. And it's a nice opportunity to show you another thing. When I have a vector like this, I can right click on the vector and say replace variable with box trigger location. So if I had other vectors here too, let's add 2 more, I could replace them with them. So if it's the same type variable and you are in the same blueprint, you can have this option over here. So, trigger location, it's fine. Need to connect the target, because who am I setting location? And let's play. And I'm awesome at pushing boxes. All right. I think this is enough for this one. We're gonna debug it on the next lesson. I'm gonna see you then. Goodbye.